What up? What up? What up? What up? Fly Free Sports. We back again. Impromptu. You know what I mean? Impromptu shit. My man Mari joining me. All for the love podcast. Check him out, man. Today, as Giants fans, man,
Oh man.
we gotta give our takes, man, on the state of the franchise, the beginning, the middle, the end of this season, all that shit.
Man.
You know, it's
It's a
it's
lot.
it's a
It's a
little
lot.
depressing. It's a little depressing, man. But shit, it got to be done, man, because niggas been directionless for like 13 years, bro. So it's like, yo, we gotta
Yeah.
come to a resolution on some shit, man. So
Yeah. Yeah. We gonna talk. We gonna talk.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, tell them where they can find all your stuff at and all that.
Yeah, so mainly because Twitter is a shit show now, and you know what I mean, all of that. I'm just, Instagram mainly, Mariano Bivins on Instagram, the show All for the Love. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get back to recording that as well. So yeah, man, check me out. We be right back out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, I tap in, man, with Mari. He got the shit, man. Real good podcast, man. Like he was one of the
Appreciate
people
you.
I reached out to when I was thinking about jumping into the space. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to him and everything he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Let's start from the beginning, bro.
Yeah, man. Where would that be? Let's figure that part out. Where would the beginning be?
I'm gonna tell you where the beginning is, bro. Hard Knocks.
Mm.
Like we ain't never been on Hard Knocks, so
I didn't want us to be on Hard Knocks for that
exactly,
reason.
exactly, bro. So like when I first heard about it, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's already gonna be. I don't want people to see like the inner workings of a bullshit situation. Like we know our front office is shaky. Them niggas is like
Dog.
they make crazy decisions. So like giving people that insight just gives niggas more room to clown us, bro. Like
Yep.
so
You
that was
remember
like
you
my
remember
first thought.
Nutty Professor when Shorty came to meet Sherman's family and all that, and he like, man, like I didn't want this shit. Like that's how it was. Like, dog,
Yeah, facts.
please, man. I know what's going on. I know that it's terrible. Please don't show the rest of the world this shit, because then now I can't even defend him.
It's
And I
facts.
haven't, because I can't.
You can't, bro. Like it's certain things within the situation you could defend, like what we about to talk about right now. But
Yeah.
overall, you can't defend it. I agree.
Nah. Nah.
The whole Saquon Barkley, the narrative is the Giants dropped the ball somehow and letting him get out the door, when the reality is niggas offer him multiple contracts. There was contracts turned down. You know the story. I don't gotta tell
Yeah,
you.
he didn't want to
I mean,
be here, man. Listen,
keep it real.
listen, because so here's the thing about Saquon that's always about the situation that has always bothered me, right? People, I'm not sure if people remember, but years back there was a tight end by the name of Martellus Bennett, who we got from the Dallas Cowboys. He was like
Mm-hmm.
wasting away on their bench, into their bench. He was fell out of favor with the coaches
Mm-hmm.
or whoever. They were not playing. We got him. Everybody was like, "Oh, they just got a throwaway piece, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Not only was he a great addition to the team, but Eli Manning got that man paid his
He
biggest
did.
payday in his life
He did.
after leaving us for his time there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people might be wondering like why I'm bringing him up in relation to Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
I bring him up because that's somebody who was wasting away on somebody's bench, and we got him and said, "Oh, he can really play. We can really see what he can do now."
Right.
Saquon Barkley was not that.
Mm-mm.
People are acting like he went to Philly as somebody who we just buried at the end of our bench and we wouldn't let him play.
Right.
And like now the world can see that he plays football very well. Like, you know who wasn't surprised that Saquon Barkley can play football well? Giants fans.
Right.
Because we knew this. He won Rookie
Right.
of the Year. He's breaking records, and when he was healthy. When
Mm-hmm.
he was healthy. So we never had a real great team when he was there. It's not
Exactly.
his fault, but it's like, of course, he went to a team that has a great offensive line.
Right.
They have a quarterback that's dynamic. They have wide receivers. They have defense. They have everything you need to
Mm-hmm.
plug in a dynamic running back and do exactly what they did this year, which is win a lot of football games.
Yeah. I mean,
Why are people acting like he was some hidden gem that nobody knew about until Philly got him and dusted him off? Like, I don't get that.
I don't know, bro. I think it's just like you said, bro. Like he's in a more advantageous situation now. Like if you're playing with better pieces around you, of course you're gonna be better and look better. It's just that's common sense. Anybody who knows football, anybody who knows sports for that matter. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
especially as a running back, like you're playing on a team that's an excellent offensive line. Like, do we not remember DeMarco Murray in Dallas and
yep,
Ezekiel Elliott the first time around in Dallas? Like, they had an all-star, all-pro, offensive line. You could have put one of us behind that offensive line and we could have ran for 1,000.
yep,
So I mean, like, why are people so shocked? That's the only part about it that like is annoying to me, because like I don't care that it's cool he went to Philly, cool.
right,
I wish he wouldn't have went there because it's also not like I was going to root for Philly this season until they got Saquon. I already don't like the Eagles.
right,
But people like, I know Giants fans hate to see this. I hate to see the Eagles anyway.
right. So
Like,
that shit don't affect me in that type of way.
it don't really affect me, dog. I wasn't going to root for them anyway. Like, now I got extra reason, like, I guess, on the outside looking in, but it's like, what are we doing with this Saquon thing, man?
Like,
What was he going to do if he stayed in New York?
Like, it'd be crazy, like when like niggas like pull up the highlights. Giants fans, don't y'all miss that? I'm like, miss what, nigga? We wasn't winning. Like, he was doing all this outrageous jumping around, dodging niggas, trucking niggas. Like,
Yeah,
he was
like
doing all this
he
shit.
been
Like,
doing this, bro. He did
and
this
we
to
was
somebody
losing,
on the Bears a couple years ago.
and we
Hurdled them,
lost.
and yeah, we was losing those games. Like, so it's not like we were perennial Super Bowl contenders
Right.
with him. And then as soon as he left, we win 3 games. Like, no, bro, that's
Exactly.
not. Also, here's another thing: the Tennessee Titans let Derrick Henry go.
And nobody says nothing.
Nobody even says anything. So I have to always reel it back in and remember that there's a deep hatred for New York sports.
Yeah.
That the media loves to like, just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, they drive the shit out that narrative. And
Yeah,
Derrick Henry, didn't he finish second in rushing this year?
Yeah, but Tennessee gets
Nope.
They're cool.
And the Ravens are another team that's been perennial playoff teams, and they needed that running back to help Lamar Jackson. So
it's the same
really
thing,
the same
man.
shit. Yeah,
It's the same thing, bro. Same thing. I'm just having a hard time understanding like where these narratives are coming from. But it's like, cool, y'all got it. I'm not about to argue with y'all a lot about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
And I think what really drove that, man, like what I said, like, the hard knock shit kind of drove that shit even further, because the conversation that they heard Shane have with Barkley and on the phone and all that stuff, it just got out of hand, bro. And that's what really made the Giants look worse in the situation. Like,
You got Mara sitting over there talking about he gonna lose sleep.
Yeah, all that shit. It's like,
now those memes pop up every other week now, and it's just like, man, why did y'all have to say something? Like, bro, shut up, man.
It is hard to defend it, bro. Like,
you can't.
Niggas send you that. It's like,
you like, you know what? You got it. It happened. I can't even. It's not even a rumor or nothing. This really happened. Like, we saw this happen in 4K. So I don't. It is what it is.
And not for nothing, bro. Like, I'm one of them niggas. You know this. Like, we talk about the Giants all the time. Like, I'm one of them niggas where, like, I wanted this nigga gone a year or two ago.
No,
like,
you did. No, that's a fact.
But I just wanted us to get something for him. That was my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be gone. He's that valuable. We might as well capitalize and get some pieces for this nigga, whether it's assets in the draft or whatever. Like,
no, that's true.
That's what I was on.
That's true. That's definitely true.
He was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. Da da da. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
because I fuck with him too, though. It's not like I don't fuck with him, bro.
Yeah, it was just because I felt like if you trade him, like when you trade a star player or whatever, like you're never gonna get equal value for him,
but you're gonna get something.
You're gonna get something for him. I was just like, damn, if we trade him, where are we gonna go from there? But it's like, now that we got Tyrone Tracy, it's like, okay, cool,
right,
cool. We didn't necessarily lose him. We lost him for nothing. Like he left, like obviously, but now we got somebody that's like plugged in real quick, which does not happen all the time, and it's like, I feel a little bit better about this now. Like, cool,
yeah, for sure. Like, I definitely feel a little bit better about it. I just think, and I hate to be that guy, because I know running backs get disrespected and shit. Like, but I feel like you could find you can't find necessarily a Saquon Barkley with that kind of like dynamic talent and shit, but like you could find somebody that's gonna be productive,
bro. Yeah.
So
this is not
like you said, we did with Tyrone Tracy. So,
bro, the reason why running backs are like quote unquote disrespected now and not paid that much is because the days of Larry Johnson and Clinton Portis,
Jamal Lewis,
Jamal Charles, like all of these guys, right, were breaking the bank. Breaking the bank, and then
they wasn't delivering when
they weren't delivering on those big contracts, and then they was looking at other teams that's like, damn, when we won our Super Bowls, when the Giants won their Super Bowls, we was running back by committee.
Mm-hmm.
There was no, we didn't have a
Right.
star running back,
We had,
top of the league, top of the
yep.
food chain guy. We had running back by committee, and we won Super Bowls with it. So when teams look at that and they say, damn, we can just get this done if we have capable guys
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have to tie up $100 million in a running back.
Right.
Let's do that then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the
You
reason
can't,
why these contracts look the way they look now.
you can't fault niggas either, bro. Because niggas,
Yeah.
like, even as recently as Zeke, you know what I'm saying? Zeke got his contract, and that nigga was done. Like, he fell
That's
off
it.
immediately. Like, so
Man,
yeah, these teams not trying to invest in these running backs that last till they 30, 31 years old. Like, that shit just not happening. Bro.
it's over with, bro. They pay a quarterback. They're not paying. Nah, man. They're not paying running backs that much money anymore. It's
That was
just
the
not
other
going to happen.
part. That was the other part right there. You just said it, bro. Like, they was like, oh, okay, they pay. That's the other narrative. They paid Daniel Jones, but they didn't pay Saquon. Like, my nigga, Daniel Jones' money was not Saquon Barkley's money, bro.
It
We
wasn't.
had money. What are y'all
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on. Like, to be honest, it was a mistake in hindsight,
In
right? But
hindsight, that's
in
that's
hindsight,
important. It's
but at
important to
the
say in
time,
hindsight. It was
at the time,
at the time it was a bargain. When you look at what Kirk Cousins got paid, you look at what Deshaun Watson got paid, you look at what these quarterbacks are getting paid. That was a bargain because you got to remember, we're coming off a season where we didn't have crazy expectations. Went to the playoffs, beat the
he
Vikings.
balled. Like, in that Vikings game, that nigga went crazy in that game.
I'm gonna take it further than that. I said he should have got paid after we won against the Packers over in London. When we beat the Packers in that game and he brought us back because we was down.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this is a game that the Giants typically lose bad.
The Ravens game too. Remember the Ravens game?
Absolutely, the Ravens game as well. And it's like when you bring us back in situations like that, I'm like, damn, maybe he's turning the corner. And this is okay, cool. Like, this is what it like similar to what Sam Darnold is doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, maybe he's turning the corner. Maybe this is our guy. So when they paid him, cool. We got our quarterback. Cool. Now let's focus on other shit. Now, if that deal only looks bad in hindsight, then I don't think it was a mistake at the time. Like, it's really, yeah.
And when you look at the contract today, it was middle of the pack. Like, it's like 16th or 17th in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, it's really not that serious as niggas made it out to be, bro.
That Deshaun Watson contract.
Now that's a
that kid just tore his Achilles again, dancing on vacation or something. So that he's about to cost himself the rest of that money, I think, because they can void like 172 million or something crazy like that if he got hurt doing non-football things.
I'm sure he don't care, bro. Like, he gonna go right back to the massage parlor, nigga. And get
no, he is. That kid got a problem. That kid got a real problem, man.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that narrative, bro, that Daniel Jones narrative, that shit pisses me off. Even to this day, bro, I hear that shit.
Crazy,
like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you can probably look back in history and call out every quarterback contract at some point and be like, that was a bad deal. Yeah, but was it at the time though, bro?
Right.
Like,
and they're like, quarterbacks grow on trees. So
yeah,
using their logic, what were we supposed to do at the end of that season when he was a free agent?
Let him walk.
Because even if you tagged using their logic, a certain amount of money that you wouldn't necessarily pay him, so he wasn't going. What was the answer?
Let him walk, and then let Tommy DeVito start or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Like, I don't know. It's easy for niggas to look back at some shit like, oh, that was a bad decision. Like, nigga, you're not the one doing it, bro. Like,
people go back and look at drafts all the time. Like, yo, why didn't he just do this? Like, bro, at the time, like, come on, bro, what we doing?
Exactly.
You will keep living in the past? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that shit is frustrating.
It's weird how people get very weird when it comes to Saquon, man. They get super weird with that kid. Like, I don't get it. It's more annoying than anything. It don't really bother me. I just be like, wow, this is what y'all on? Like, okay.
I just wish that nigga would have kept it real. Like, yo, I don't want to play here no more. I want to go to a competitive team. There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
You tired of losing, you know, whatever. Like, then he come out like, I didn't even know they gave out shirts for the winning. You didn't know, bro. You don't talk to people around the league. You don't see these things happen.
You don't even play football, and we know, nigga. Like, we're just.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. You didn't know. I didn't even know you get shit. Like, you just not now. You rubbing it in. You making jokes. So it's like you got to win this. Y'all are going to win the Super Bowl now, right? Because you left us, and you're going to win the Super Bowl now, right? Because if you don't win, we're gonna have to have a conversation.
A big conversation, bro.
We're gonna have to have a conversation, man.
Facts, man. That nigga just come off real disingenuous to me, bro. Like,
he is.
That
nigga, he is. But I mean,
fake as hell, bro.
You look at who we going home to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much about that, but
Yeah,
you know,
I posted some shit about that too recently. Like, yo, no wonder why we let this nigga walk. I get it now.
I
It makes
mean,
sense. It makes sense, bro.
that's
Nope.
all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Unseasoned Thanksgiving ass nigga, man. Yeah, but I forgot the fuck we was. Yeah, Hard Knocks. Yeah, that really just kind of like eye opening
Yeah.
for everybody
Yeah.
else, bro. Like, but I wasn't really tripping at the once the season started. I was like, fuck it, you know what I mean? We gonna see what's what. So of course, we go through the season. The season start good, like, well, not necessarily good, but we won a road game that we probably wasn't supposed to win in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Did we play Seattle in Seattle? Yeah.
We play Seattle, yeah. It's
when we won that game, I kind of had some hope because I'm looking like, yo, that nigga Malik Neighbors is going crazy at the time.
Yeah.
Like we might really.
Yeah.
I know he didn't play that game though. He played the Browns game. We won that game.
Yeah.
So those two games was kind of like, okay, but I didn't know the Browns was that terrible at the time. Nobody did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought we was going to actually lose that game when I looked at the schedule coming into the season. I thought that we would beat Minnesota. I didn't know Sam Darnold was going to be the second coming of Dan Marino.
Facts.
And I thought we would beat Washington because Washington is Washington.
Yep.
And we lost those games. So the two games that I thought we would win, swapped those out for two games that I thought we would lose. But I said this to you on September the 8th. I'm looking at this right now. I said they might not win 3 games this season. And we had conversations
and I was
throughout
like,
the season where I was like, yo, I said the floor is 3, the ceiling is 4.
Damn.
And they tried I said this, they tried their damnedest to get 4. They shouldn't have got 3. Let's be real.
I remember that conversation too. I was like, I don't think niggas gonna be that bad, bro.
Nah, I said they might not win 3 games this season, dog. Like just looking at them and early in the season, I was just like, yeah, this ain't that. Because I'm looking at the rest of the opponents, like, who are we gonna beat realistically?
Like,
who are we gonna beat?
We didn't look that bad at the beginning of the season. Like the O-line was looking good. If you remember, like the O-line was blocking well. Like niggas had time in the pocket. I'm like, okay, but as the season just kept going, I'm like, this nigga might be right, bro. Like
it's some shit you just can be like, damn, and I hope I'm wrong about this, but I don't know, man. So once I fully committed to saying that we were gonna have a bad season, I just started looking at mock drafts. Like I started looking at mock drafts probably week 2 or 3. I was like, you know what? Let me see what quarterback's coming out next year. Let me see what quarterback. This is the earliest I've ever looked at mock drafts in my life.
I ain't throwing the towel that early, bro. I was more like a week 8 type nigga. Like once we got to like a certain record, I'm like, okay, mathematically, them playoffs ain't looking too good. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. And that's when we became comfortable with the tank. Like, all right, embracing the tank.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, cool. Just niggas just lose the rest of the games, and of course, we get to week 17.
And y'all want to win a mean. Listen, let me be clear about that too, because I think that's another misconception when it comes to Giants fans. I'm not mad at the players for trying to win because football is still a gladiator sport. You can die on any play, any given play. Forget about a game.
Facts.
Any play could be your last. You can get paralyzed. You can get like Tank Dell. He tore every CL in his leg, like everything you can tear, he tore it and broke it. So. And I do hope that he recovers well because he's a hell of a player. But any given play, if you're not going 100%, that can happen. But tanks don't come from the players. It comes from the front office. It comes from, yo, sit that player down. Let's play him instead. Let's go with this instead. Let's do this.
Let's get a look at the guys for next year.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got to work with moving forward. So when you want to go out there and win that game against the Colts, and let me just say this. Forget about the Giants. The Colts are absolutely horrible. You ran into a tanking team at the end of the season, and you needed that. You needed that game. Needed it to go to the playoffs, and you lost to the Giants? You should be ashamed of yourself.
That was me, bro. That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, how bad are these niggas? Like, I don't watch the Colts, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to the game.
You remember you said the Saints was bad because the Saints made us look good. You was like, yo, the Saints is like they're terrible because we almost beat the Saints. We looking good against the Saints. Yeah. And you was like, yo, the Saints should be ashamed of themselves. Only for the Colts to go out there and say, hold my beer. I got you. Don't worry about it. We're going to show you what it's like to really, really throw in the towel against a bad team.
That's crazy.
We one of the worst teams in the league. Like let's just call it what it is.
Easily top 3 worst team in the league.
They lost that guy. I couldn't believe it. As soon as I remember I tweeted out, I said Joe Flacco got a chance to become one of my favorite players. He had a chance. Malik Neighbors scored a touchdown. No, the kickoff happened. I think as soon as I said that, the kickoff happened, and I said, you know what? Okay. That's what's going on this week. Copy. All right. Y'all got it.
Yeah, you saw it coming, bro. Like you saw it early in that game too. Like, oh shit, like offense
went
clicking.
Crazy.
Like, why is the offense clicking like this, bro?
They out there slapping fives and celebrating. I'm like, yo, what this been? I ain't know y'all niggas even knew celebrations. What y'all doing?
This nigga Drew Lock rose from the dead and shit. Like,
bro,
Mr. Pick Six and shit. Like, yo,
if you look up his numbers in that game, he had a legitimate all-time great performance. Yeah. His numbers were only like 4th or 5th to like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and like Aaron Rodgers. It like real. It sounds like I'm joking right now.
It's in the record books, bro.
But I promise you, he had one of the best quarterback performances of all time that day. Like, you can't make this up, bro. You cannot make this up.
Like, nigga, it take us 16 weeks, bro, to score 45 points, and these niggas
we ain't scored 45 points in probably 4 seasons, bro. Real shit. I don't even know the numbers on that, but we probably haven't scored. They said, see,
it was like at least 5 before we hit like 40 plus. Like, yeah, see? So.
But and teams like the Lions out there doing this shit weekly with their eyes closed. We can't score 20 points to save our career, but
niggas average 14 points a game, bro. Just
damn near last in the league.
That might be last in the league.
It probably was, yeah. But then you go out there and put up damn near 50.
And I think it's even lower at home. Like, that's just 14 points a game, period. I think
I kind of knew like once it got closer to the game that they was going to kind of win, because they was like, no team has ever went defeated at home, and I'm like, oh shit, we go with this. The same thing that happens when a kicker go out there and line up, and he's never missed in his life.
Nigga missed a 33-yarder.
Yeah, exactly. Missed the extra point. Like, that's how it kind of felt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then go right back to their normal selves the next week. Like, nothing happened.
I would have hated it, but I would have respected it if they would have beat the Eagles. If they'd have beat the Eagles, I'd have been like, oh, okay, well, they turned it on at the end of the season, cool. But how you go out there and lose to the Eagles? You lost to what's the quarterback? I don't even know his name.
I don't even know the nigga name, bro.
It don't even matter. Like, you lost to them. You lost to them. They set Saquon down. They spared you.
Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, I wish, like, I was one of them guys. I wish Saquon would have played and got the rep. These niggas deserve it, bro. At this point, like, y'all deserve this shit. Y'all deserve.
They deserve all of the embarrassment.
I deserve Saquon breaking the record on the feet well, they was at home, but against y'all,
no fact. I remember when the NFC East last game of the season used to mean something. Like, I remember like when like the season. The division champ was on the line. Like, now the division champ is decided by like week 12. And it's like, damn, we ain't got nothing to play for.
No competitive. Even like the last one that we won, I think with 2011, we beat Dallas to win the division and go to the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl. So
it used to mean something. NFC East rivalries don't exist anymore. We just don't like them. It's not rivalries. We have not beat the Cowboys,
nigga,
in a long time, bro.
It's depressing. Like, and I said that before the season even started. I said, no, regardless of how we play this season, if we can't beat the Eagles and the Cowboys, I don't even care, bro. Because I know
we didn't beat anybody.
None of them.
We didn't beat anybody. We didn't even beat Washington. Like, bro,
we usually beat them niggas.
Yeah, they don't even matter usually. But it's like, now are we Washington now?
Yeah, we watched. We the new
Washington. We the new Washington now.
Death Row East, nigga.
Oh man,
niggas is hard. Like,
that's tough.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, that's tough. That's tough.
So yeah, that shit happened, and of course now here we are with the 3rd pick in the draft when it's just like, yo,
man,
and we've been talking, like I said before, we've been talking about this shit, bro. Like, Cam Ward is the guy, bro.
Yeah, it's Cam Ward or bust.
We really fumbled Cam Ward, like with that one win, we fumbled Cam Ward, bro.
Yep, easily, because we had it. Like, we had the first pick. We were fully in control of our own destiny. It was nobody. Once Jacksonville had got a win one of those weeks or whatever, and then we lost, I was like, okay, cool. And then Las Vegas, I think they won a game they weren't supposed to win. And then we lost, and I was like, cool.
Yeah,
we got the number one. I think I texted you immediately and was like, yo, we just sold up the number 1 pick. We got it. And then they go out there and win, and it's like, damn, bro, like it's not like we were a 8-8 team and we were looking to try to take something into next season, and you know
And
what I'm
that's another
saying?
thing. That's another thing too. I hate that momentum into the next season. My
They
nigga, the
talking about
season ends in January, bro. You think a win in January is gonna springboard you in fucking September when the season starts?
it's not, bro. Like they talking about it's a culture. What culture? We've been trying to establish culture for a decade. What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about when you talk about winning the game against the Indianapolis Colts, who
And
needed that
proud and
win and
happy
didn't
about it
play
too.
like it?
And happy too. Go back to the locker room celebrating and
Yeah,
all
they
that.
celebrating, going crazy. Oh, we knew we could do it. Really? We didn't. We watched y'all all season. We didn't know y'all could do that shit. Y'all ain't scored, bro. Y'all ain't scored 45 points since Malik Neighbors was in high school. And y'all talking about we knew we could do it. We just need to. All right.
But that kid, man, like he one of them guys, bro. And it scared me that he was on the field. I'm like, long as this nigga's on the field, we got a chance to win, bro, because he could make play. Like that nigga,
And
he
he
one
did.
of them. Yeah.
Yards, his yards after the catch, and his, you know what I'm saying, him being able to be shifty and elusive and just like overpower people.
That nigga
Yeah,
one
we're
of them.
gonna have a Tyrone Tracy as well. Like
Yeah,
he's we got some guys, bro, and that's the reason why I think, you know, we don't sound crazy saying that we got something to build on. Like we have some players on this team, bro. Like look at Washington. They had the second pick last year. That means that they were terrible the season before that. Horrible.
Yep.
Got a quarterback who they weren't looked at as like a quarterback away. They got a quarterback, and now look, playoffs. Yeah. So why couldn't we follow that same formula and say, you know what?
Niggas,
even if you take Shador, I love Cam Ward, you love Cam Ward. I watch. Anybody that knows me know, you know I love my Wolverines. I watched more Miami games than I did Michigan games this season. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Because Cam Ward is like that.
Me too.
He's
bro.
really like that. Yeah. So, you know, for y'all to trick off the first pick, it's disheartening.
And like you said, bro, like we got them pieces to build off of, but it also makes your point of like the front office could have called that, like, yo, these niggas need to sit down. Let me see what somebody else could do in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to play Malik Neighbors. What if the nigga get hurt? You know what I mean? Like
exactly, dog. Sit them boys down, man. Go let Jalen Hyatt play. He don't play,
bro. Exactly.
Let him
we
play.
Still waiting to see what he gonna do.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough. So now that we got the third pick, I've been looking at all the mock drafts and all of the, you know, the draft coverage and stuff like that, and they fully expect Cam Ward to go number 1. Shador Sanders number 2. Obviously, this is all, you know, guessing, and people are like, "Yo, this is what I'm hearing." This, you know, whatever. It could change, but if it goes the way that it's going, Cam number 1 to the Titans, Shador number 2 to the Browns. Like I said, if it stands, and then number 3, that's where the draft like really begins. Like when you know the teams are going to pick the top 2 quarterbacks, you can't even count them in the draft anymore. The draft starts at number 3 with us.
Yep.
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know which direction to go in at number 3. I know we talked when I saw you the other day, and we talked about number 3 and all that, and I got opinions on that. But where do you go at number 3 now? If it holds up, if this holds up.
Me personally, like I told you the other day, bro, I'm looking at this shit like I know for a fact we're gonna have one of those 3 players on our team next year. Either Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, or Travis Hunter. And you hated me saying that, right? You hated me saying that shit. But I'm looking at it from the perspective of value. We don't have guys on our team that you fear like that outside of really Malik Neighbors, or on defense is Dexter Lawrence, but he play on the interior. Ain't but so much Dex could do. You know what I'm saying? And I'll throw Brian Burns in there, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I like him though. I like him.
Explosive guys that you really, really got a game plan for.
Yeah,
I think if we can't get neither one of them quarterbacks, then you bring Travis Hunter in. That's an extra guy that either the offensive coordinator is gonna have to plan for, or the defensive coordinator gonna have to plan for. And you didn't like that shit, but to me, you put him on the other side of Malik Neighbors, bro. Like whenever we do get a quarterback, that is a luxury, bro. Like you're coming into an already made offense, especially if we keep building on that O-line like we should. Like that's just my thought about it. I know you was like, well, he ain't the best corner and shit, so it ain't really about that to me. He the best player in the draft. He's a football player. You know what I'm saying? Like
He is a football player, and that works when you are a college scout recruiting out of high school. And you say like, you know how they be having like just athlete next to their shit. They don't play a he
Yeah.
ain't this, he ain't that, he's an athlete, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I just think that for us, if we're going to go that route and say, okay, we're gonna punt on getting a quarterback in the first round, right? We're gonna take best player available. Let's focus on either the wide receiver spot or either the cornerback spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying if you're gonna take one of them, take the best at one of those positions and not a guy who can just do both. Because I don't know what he's gonna be at the next. I don't know.
Because
And he's a great player. He's a Heisman winning player. Like he's undeniable. So I don't want any of this to come off like it's Travis Hunter hate. Like I got something against him personally. I do not. I like him. But for us, where we are right now, if we were New England, take him. We got our quarterback. Take him. Just take
But
him.
we ain't gonna
Take
have a
Travis
quarterback.
Hunter.
But we ain't gonna have a quarterback anyway. If he
No, for sure. But we don't have a quarterback. It's a question mark right now. But they got their quarterback already. So it's like, all right, cool. Let's just take best player available and we'll figure it out
they
from
take
there.
Shador and Cam, then we ain't got no quarterback anyway. We can't
Yeah.
force one. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. But exactly, that's exactly my point. We're not gonna force it. So it's like if you're not gonna get a quarterback or the quarterback that you want in the first round, take the best player available at one of those positions, not just take him because it's Travis Hunter. Because if he gets in there, how do you think Brian Daboll is gonna use him? How do you think that Brian Daboll is gonna bring him in and say, okay, what is he gonna do? You think he's gonna let him play both?
This is what I think, bro. I think I just disagree from the standpoint of like when you say we could take the best corner available,
Will Johnson, Michigan.
The best corner available, Will Johnson from Michigan. His like to me, and this is just to me, like I don't trust what he can do at the collegiate level translating more than I trust what Travis Hunter could do at the collegiate level to translate to the NFL. Like to me, that's the difference. Like I'm taking who I think is the sure thing for that slot at number 3.
Right.
No, if you look at any draft board there is out there right now, you can't find one that would have Will Johnson up there in the top 5. Like at least I ain't seen it.
Well, a lot of teams have. It's been a lot of movement. As far as like the teams up and down the board, like with winning games and losing and stuff like that. He's like a top 6 pick projected. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not necessarily basing it off what them niggas thinking.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. This is just for conversation purposes,
right.
like for sure, yeah. But so do you also think that? Because I'm not mad at that, but do you also think that he's the best wide receiver prospect too at that spot, or do you feel like McMillan out of Arizona?
I'm taking Trav, bro. And what's crazy, I was just looking at his film last night, trying to like because Travis Hunter.
Oh, Trav, okay.
Because I watched damn near all the Colorado games anyway, but just to go back and look, like the niggas. He a lot faster than I thought too, bro. Like that nigga fast. I don't know what he running the 40, but he looked like he got like 4.3 speed. Like the nigga look fast, bro. So I just think, and from a team perspective, the Giants have always, to me, lacked speed, bro. Like everybody just always looks faster than us. Like until you get niggas like Odell Beckham, Malik Neighbors, them type. We always have like one, but we don't never have like a team full of like Kansas City. You could trot out Nicole Hardman
for sure.
Fucking when they had Tyreek Hill, like Worthy, like these niggas are speed. Like we never had that. Like speed kills at that level, bro. Like I just think you add him, and you're adding multiple layers. And like
I guess the thing about it for me is just like I understand what he does, and I see what he does for that Colorado team. I just don't know if. Because how many reps do you think he's going to play at wide receiver versus cornerback in the game, right?
Okay, cool.
Let's just say Brian Daboll says you can play both. How many reps do you think he's going to play at both of those?
I think, like, to answer your question, because you did ask me how Daboll would use him. I think we'd use him primarily at corner because that's a bigger need for us right now. But I do believe that he'll get 10 to 15 snaps a game on offense. And I don't necessarily mean him getting the ball because he a threat being out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking about him getting the ball, making plays. Like the nigga's a threat. You're going to have to account for him. So I think he'll get at least like 10 snaps a game on offense. And I think because it's not like Colorado where he's gonna be out there like every play of
Right,
the
for
game. You know
sure.
what I'm saying? For sure.
And that's what I don't like. Because I agree with you. I don't like it because you get one player that's going to do both of these. Not only does the injury risk go up, but also it's like we're not going to have him out there probably at times we need him because he just got done playing this. So, the only thing that I'm saying, my only pushback against that is if you value what he brings to the cornerback position, draft somebody who does that. Like that's what they do. If you value him at the wide receiver position, draft somebody who does that, and that's just what they do. Somebody like him, who's a utility player, is better fit for a team that already has a couple other things figured out. Like a Kansas City, right? Kansas City would never be picking at the top of the draft as long as Patrick Mahomes is there. But if Kansas City had the third pick, you better take Travis Hunter before they even say you on the clock because you have a lot more things figured out. You can get a little more creative. I just think that we would be asking too much of Travis Hunter to come in and like, yo.
So you basically looking at him like a luxury player. It's kind of like the Saquon thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely a luxury player. He's somebody who, if you draft him, put him on your team, he's going to change your team in some way if you have other things figured out already. You know what I'm saying? Like, but us, I just think because again, none of what I'm saying is disrespect to him. It's more so me looking at the Giants and saying, y'all don't deserve that. Like, if somebody who lived in the projects was gifted a Ferrari,
that shit's
don't give them
done.
a Ferrari, bro. No,
it's cooked, bro.
Give them the money that Ferrari is worth so that they can change their situation. We can't give them a Ferrari. That's not that's not where that Ferrari will be best served. Parked in the like, don't do that. That's what I'm saying. So it's more of a compliment to him than it is like a disrespect to him. So, but I'm not mad at the assessment because what you're saying is true. Like that kid is great. For us, we gotta.
I get like your perspective. Like I get it for sure. That's how I felt about Saquon. It's like, yo, like we got this nigga on our team, but he can't really do shit. So like, let that nigga let him go, bro.
Let him go. Right, and now you see what he's doing for Philly.
Right now, he looks the way that people thought he would look. So
that makes perfect sense.
So
if our team was put together like Philly when we got him, Super Bowl.
I get what
you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but like,
so
to me, it's just a thing. It's just a value thing for me, bro. It's just
no, I feel that. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. No, you're not wrong at all.
Like you gotta have them guys on your team, bro. Like every team needs at least 3 or 4 guys on it where it's like, yo, this nigga, like you let him loose, like you're done. Yeah. So we need.
We got one with Malik,
exactly.
And I think we got one with Tyrone Tracy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to see how he look in his second year, but I do think that both of these guys are trending in the right direction. I honestly think that we are a team that's a quarterback away from being competitive for sure, competitive, relevant for the right reasons because we're relevant now, but for all the wrong reasons. We talked about for all the wrong reasons. So I just think with the quarterback shit, like we have 3 picks in the top 65, right? We got the 3rd pick in the first round, 2nd pick in the 2nd round, 1st pick in the 3rd round, right? All of those 3 picks have to hit. They have to. I don't think that's asking for too much. You got prime real estate in this draft. Prime. Joe Shane, Maris Sparaju, and Dayball, bunch y'all back. You got to do something with these picks, dog. Like you have to. And
so how would you feel? So saying everything that we just said, right? How would you like? What would you want to do with the 3rd pick? Let's just say Shador and Cam both gone. What would you want to do at number 3?
Man. I definitely don't want to take an offensive lineman, even though I like some of these offensive linemen in this draft. I'm just scarred because like we keep taking offensive linemen and they don't pan out. So like they could have future Hall of Famers in this first round with offensive linemen. Keep them away from me because I just don't trust it. I wouldn't be mad if draft night comes and we got Travis Hunter. I'm not gonna be in the crib soaking. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna be happy about that. Like he's a hell of a player. But man, I don't know, man. Mason Graham is an interesting prospect to me. Defensive lineman, he's an interesting prospect. We already got Dex. I don't think Kayvon is going. Yeah. Abdul Carter is right off the edge because I do think that we do need to get back to Giants football of in the trenches. Like we really used to really get at them quarterbacks and make shit tough. Like for real. So I wouldn't be mad at an edge player, defensive lineman. Um, I'm not necessarily thinking about taking a wide receiver at 3. I wouldn't be mad at it because if you want to put another guy next to Malik, depending on what you want to do at quarterback, if you want to take a chance on one of these quarterbacks in the draft in the 3rd round or something like that, 2nd or 3rd round, have at it. So I wouldn't be mad at that either. But it's really Cam Ward or bust for me, man. So I'm kind of lost when it comes to the 3rd pick. Like I didn't think we'd be here.
Yeah, bro. I feel the
You know what
same.
I'm saying?
That shit is hurtful, bro. I don't remember being like this hurt by a win ever.
Yeah.
Like that shit was really like you could ask my girl, bro. I went to work that day while the game was on. I was telling them, I'm like, yo, if these niggas win this game, bro, I'm not a Giants fan no more, bro. Like it's this serious to me. So like the whole time I'm watching the game, like the Giants will make a big play, she'll just look at me like,
man.
So it's like, yo, that whole fucking day, and we won, bro.
They ruined it. They ruined it, bro. They ruined it. And if they would have beat the Eagles, they would have been picking 8th or 9th.
Niggas got me online lobbying and shit. Like, yo, I'm talking like indefinite too. Like, I'm talking about, yo, our new quarterback y'all go watch Miami. Our new quarterback playing and shit. Like, nigga, I'm hyping this shit up every day.
Every Giants podcaster, every Giants YouTuber had Cam Ward up there. Like, yo, nigga, this is the guy.
Yeah,
you put him next to this dude, and we gonna do this, and him and Malik, and a week later it was like, well, guys, what about Jackson Dart?
Oh my god, bro.
So how do you feel? Let me ask you that though. I know your reaction. We talked about this too. So let's say this, right? Let's say the 1st round comes, we take Travis Hunter, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say 2nd round, we take a flyer on some offensive lineman or whatever, right? Cool. 3rd round comes, we take Jackson Dart. How are you feeling?
3rd round, that's value, bro. Like I will not be mad at that. Like we bought somebody in that's good value because I think he projected to be like in the 2nd round. So
yeah.
So if we got him at the top of the 3rd, shit, I can't complain about that, bro. Like that's at least you're bringing in a new quarterback. Obviously, you're gonna sign a free agent because he ain't gonna be the only one in the quarterback
for sure. Yeah.
So he's gonna be learning from somebody. I think all that kind of goes together. Making the decision on who to get as that guy who's gonna kind of be there with him, trying to develop him and get him right. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Like Jackson Dart, I'm not like a huge fan
against
of him.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad if we take him right there at all. Like,
so there's another scenario.
3rd pick, nigga, like it's up.
No. 3rd pick, I'm cutting it off in this over
now, bro.
Yeah, like, it's over with. It's way over with for that shit. So now there's another scenario out there. Couple scenarios out there, right? One of them is you hope that Minnesota says, okay, thank you, Sam. We're going to go with JJ and we're going to let you go out there and get paid. No. So that scenario is we pay Sam Darnold. How do you feel about that?
Nah, man. Nah. I didn't like this nigga coming out of college. Yeah. He kind of validated me in his Jet stint. You know what I mean? He kind of validated now he having this resurgence in Minnesota. So it's like, all right, he cool now. But we seen this nigga in New York. Maybe it could have been a New York thing, bro. Like, I don't want to relive some shit. This nigga was on the field talking about he saw ghosts and all that. Like,
I remember that. That was tough.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm cool on him being in New York, bro. Maybe for the sole purpose of it being New York. And I don't want this nigga having flashbacks, playing in MetLife. Like,
right, in the same stadium and everything. Yeah. So
yeah, bro. I'm good on Sam Darnold.
So
I fuck with McCarthy though.
I was just about to say that. Now, if Minnesota says we're gonna need one of those picks, because they're gonna ask for the pick,
not the
3rd pick, maybe the 2nd round pick. They might ask for the 2nd round pick for JJ McCarthy. Now, I watched JJ McCarthy at Michigan. Love my Wolverines. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at getting JJ. But I don't like the narrative that they're putting out there right now about JJ because they're putting it out there like, oh, he would be the best player in this draft to try to drive up the price.
I don't like that
for trading for him because now it's like, oh, do you think that he's worth the 3rd pick? Because you're saying that he would be better than these other guys. Like,
no way, bro.
I'm not sure about that, bro. Like, I can't say that with certainty. You know what I'm
saying? And they got to look at it too from this perspective, bro. Like, would he still be the 3rd pick if he was coming off an ACL injury?
Right.
Like, would he go as high as he went and they knew this nigga was coming off that injury?
Probably not. He would still get drafted, but I don't think he would be.
Yeah, for sure. He for sure get drafted.
Like, but he wouldn't. It wouldn't be like worth this. Like the value of that pick is. I just don't know, man. Like the 3rd pick is tough, but If Minnesota calls us up and said, "Yo, give us your second round pick, we'll give you JJ," I'm doing that deal.
Yeah, I'd be willing to part with a second round pick, but
I'm doing that.
these
In a
niggas, like you
heartbeat.
said, they gassing it like this nigga. He'd be #1 in this class. How?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't understand that. Like watching with Cam, regardless how you feel about Shador or whatever, but watching Cam Ward is undeniable. Like
right.
what he was able to do with less. We like, come on, man. His pocket presence. He went viral for his pocket presence.
The
But when the
niggas was
last time you seen
standing
a
there.
quarterback, he stood flat footed and was just like, okay, where I want to go with this. All right, here you go.
Calm as shit. He
Yeah,
like the anti-Ewers, bro. Like this
yeah.
nigga Ewers has zero pocket pressure. Yo, that game last. I hate Texas, mind you.
Terrible.
I
Yeah.
hate them niggas, but he
Yeah.
was pissing me off watching them.
No,
Like,
yeah, no, he's bad for sure. I sold my stock on Ewers early in the season. He looked good early in the year, and I did one. I was like, yo, if he keep going like this, like that's who I want. But that shit is over with. Like he played himself so early.
That nigga terrible. He gonna have to pull a Carson Beck, bro, and
go back. Yeah,
he
not facts.
transfer somewhere, bro.
They were saying Carson Beck might go to Miami.
Yeah, they confirmed that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. See, well,
he need to take the same because I was having a joke earlier, bro, about like them niggas is really racing for the 5th round. Like him and Carson Beck, like them niggas was like battling to see who gonna go last,
fact,
bro.
They said his floor was Will Levis and his ceiling was Daniel Jones. And one of the girls that does like Giants coverage, she was like, he saw this graphic and went back to school. Like, no, I'm cool.
Your ceiling is Daniel Jones is crazy, bro.
If your ceiling is Daniel Jones, bro,
that's nuts, bro.
Yeah. I don't know about that, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that's tough. That's a tough one. So I guess where this whole conversation has brought us is when it comes to like quarterbacks, and I mean, I want to know. I'm interested in knowing how you feel about this. My assessment of the New York Giants when it comes to the quarterback position is this: Eli Manning has been he was our quarterback for
our whole
20
life.
years, bro. Right, like our whole adult life. Like that's our quarterback, right? That's our guy. We have never had the need to develop a quarterback, to draft a quarterback high, or any of that. So all of this, like the Giants don't want to draft these type of quarterbacks. We've never had the chance. We've never had the desire to. Ever look back at any draft, we were never even in the runnings to draft one of these top quarterbacks, right?
Even back in '99, like when we got Kerry Collins and all that shit, like
there was no chance, no need. So that's number one. So now when you factor that in and you say, okay, but you guys haven't had a chance to develop quarterbacks, you don't even know what it looks like to develop a quarterback. So now that we're in this situation, it makes perfect sense to me. Like we are not the quarterback factory of like grooming these guys and like raising them up to be these big dogs and all this shit. So you know, we damn near are in like we in uncharted territory. It's like, damn, okay, like what do we do? So I get it. I get why there's so much confusion at the quarterback spot.
Right.
But now, do you feel like our best bet would be to get a veteran who's already, played in the league, or do we take another chance on a quarterback in the draft, knowing that we have no experience, you know what I'm saying? Like building no quarterbacks. How you feel?
I think the veteran shit is like a Band-Aid instead of surgery, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's cool, but after a year or two, nigga, we gonna have to be right back out here looking for a quarterback.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. So it might be good for the interim, like to get guys like Malik Neighbors, they stats and they money and shit, like, and the offense be somewhat cohesive and progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it from that standpoint, but like, and it ain't but so much you could really do to get a good rookie quarterback. You got to be at the top of the draft,
right?
So unless you just hit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you hit in round 2 or 3 or some shit like. But
you catch you a Russell Wilson type of, you know what I mean, type of luck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, and you know who had a good, like how you just said, the Giants went all these years and not having to get a quarterback. The Packers did this shit seamlessly 3 times.
Man,
3 times.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't believe it.
They did this shit seamlessly, bro.
We went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, bro. That is insane, love.
Perfect, bro.
Insane.
And all them niggas played. Well, Favre played 20 years, and fucking Aaron Rodgers had a long career, won a Super Bowl, few MVPs. Now Jordan Love is looking like he climbing the ladder. Yo,
man,
you can't write a better.
That shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, I think you got to be willing to make a mistake. Like if you're the Giants, you got to go out here and say, listen, we have to be willing to be wrong. We have to go and take a quarterback and be willing to be wrong on this shit because you got to start somewhere. You haven't developed quarterbacks. You don't have a history of having the need to develop quarterbacks. You got to start somewhere, dog. Go take one of these rookies, regardless of where you take them. Like, take one of these rookie quarterbacks, dog.
Right.
Don't pull another Daniel Jones and just try to, that was Dave Gettleman.
That was a super reach, bro.
Yeah, that was Dave Gettleman. Todd McShay, I remember, like the day after we drafted him, he was like, "Yeah, that's a mistake."
Yeah,
that's a mistake.
There's a
Giants
difference between being aggressive and reaching, bro. Like, you could be aggressive, but when you start reaching and shit, like, that's when you set your franchise back 5 to 10 years, bro. Like,
yeah, no, that's a fact, and that's where we are right now. And the only thing about this draft that bothers me is that, like, even if we do trade up, we're gonna have to trick off some assets to get what we could have had on our own. And I just don't like that because we still could have had all our picks. But now, if we do make a call, because you've seen on Hard Knocks, he's trying to call and let's move up, what it's going to take, and all this kind of shit. So now it's like, all right, well, what y'all going to do? The little kid even liked Jaden Daniels. Yo, I like him. That's
you listen to your son. Good. Yeah, you listen to your son, we would have been in there, bro.
Yeah, like so what we, and they asked A-Boy, he said, yo, you like him enough to trade up for him? He said, Daniels? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So now, does that conversation go differently this year? When you say, yo, do you like Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders enough to trade up for him? And they say, yeah, I do. What is it going to take?
I ain't going to hold you, bro. I'm doing what I can to get that nigga in the building, bro. I'm not going to hold
Cam? Oh, no, 100%. Me too.
I'm rolling the dice, bro. Like, if I got to get ready the third, the second, and a future
you want
first.
You want Kayvon Thibodeau in our pick? Take him.
Yeah, bro.
Take him.
Yeah, that nigga could get all the way the fuck up out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
Take him. If it's going to get us Cam Ward, man, because I don't know if I think Cam is going number one, man. I really do.
I do too.
And that's what's pissing me off.
Change between now and April, bro.
Man, I can't believe they tricked this off like this.
Just think about if this nigga light up the combine, bro. Like,
if he's 80% of what I think he is at the combine,
I'm kind of hoping he bullshit at the combine.
They're going to put their pick in today and be like, "Hey, Cam Ward, don't even go to us when it comes to the pick. Just hand Cam Ward his hat now. Like, send him all the Titans gear right now. Like, he's coming here."
That shit really hurts my heart, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That shit.
We had him. We had him. What Smokey said, man? We had the money, man. But Craig, that was Craig. Craig said, but we had the money. We ain't had shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Nah, it's tough. It's tough, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this shit shake out, though. We still got a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I think that with the Browns news with Deshaun Watson re-tearing his Achilles or whatever it is, if it's
that didn't help. That didn't help either, bro.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that they're probably gonna find a way to cut bait with him, like cut the money that they owe him and stuff like that, and they're gonna just start over with their 41st or 42nd quarterback since like 1999. I saw some crazy graphic.
Nigga said 42nd quarterback.
It's like 40. It's like the 41st. I think Bailey Zapp was their 40th quarterback since '99.
That is
so like
crazy.
Their next quarterback that starts will be their 41st quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like since '99, bro. So
man, I thought we wasn't stable, bro. That's crazy.
The Browns, they're terrible. They've been terrible for a very long time. So
okay, which leads me into this though. Do you think because Dion already said it, bro? It's gonna be an Eli. If the wrong team is pursuing Shedeur and want to draft Shedeur, it's gonna be an Eli. Like, I don't think Shedeur want to go to Cleveland, bro.
Probably not.
A perennial loser.
Probably not, bro. I think that if anything, we'll probably miss out on Cam. But I don't see us missing out on Shedeur just because the team ahead of us wants to draft him. Like, I think that Dion will push because we had our assistant GM as well as our main GM out there at the games. They out there at the practices and they talking to Dion, and Dion is, whatever. And Dion is not somebody who allows access just anybody to just pull up and, whatever. So he knew early in the season, like, yo, this is going to be one of those teams that's going to be at the top of the, the draft. And then I think he was talking to Pac-Man Jones a while back when the Giants had the number one pick. And he was like, yo, the Giants got the number one pick. What's going to happen? He was like, Shedeur going number one. Period.
Yeah, I saw
that's just, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only hope I'm holding out.
I think that's what it's going to be, bro.
Yeah, we are going to miss out on Cam Ward. We have to face that fact right now, bro. I know it's tough. I know it is. I know that you don't want to hear this. I know. But we have to come together and say, listen, we ain't getting Cam, right? But we can get Shedeur. We can get Shedeur. Now, if we was picking 8th and 9th,
No,
Forget
we
about it.
cooked. Yeah, we
But
cooked,
we
bro.
third, and
I think we
I
we
think we
will
can get
get him.
Shador.
I think that's how it will play. I'm gonna go on the I'm gonna go out on the limb right now and say I think
Okay.
that's how it's gonna go. But
So you think Travis Hunter is going second, or do you think that somebody else is
I,
like if you're the Browns, right? Because number one, let's just say right now, number one, Tennessee says, "Yo, Cam Waters our guy. That's just what it is. Cool. We got Cam. He off the board." So now if you're number two, and you wouldn't got info that like y'all quarterback position ain't the best. Y'all got a lot going on over there. I don't really see that happening, right?
yeah,
Who's going there at number two?
I think this is how I think it's gonna play out. I think they're gonna draft Travis Hunter.
Okay.
And I think that's because of what we just talked about. I don't think they want to gamble with Prime, bro. I don't
Right.
think they want to gamble with that nigga. So I think they just
Right.
gonna do what they feel is like in the best interest of their franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll probably end up getting some type of free agent, you know what I'm saying, out there looking for a job, whatever. But I think
Justin
that's how it'll
Fields or
play out.
somebody like that. Yeah. They was
Yeah,
talking about Justin Fields for us too. Like as
I
like
saw
that's
that.
just a yeah.
No, hell no.
Well, I mean, well, this is the thing though. I'm not crazy. I'm not necessarily like going crazy about Justin
And I
Fields,
know you,
but
but I don't know. He Ohio State. I don't even want to hear
no,
it from you, bro.
no.
I don't even want to hear. Not from you, bro. Not from you. Not from you, bro.
Listen.
Nah.
Once those dudes get to the league, depending on the team they go to, they can wash a little bit of that stench off of them. Only thing I'm saying about Justin Fields is that if we have to use him in order to like keep, let's assume we gonna get Shador, right? We got to have Justin Fields out there just to keep Shador off the field because that's what you want when you sign a quarterback and you draft a rookie. You want that quarterback you sign to keep that rookie off the field as long as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. If we have to take him 7-8 weeks, you know what I mean, 6 weeks to how it belong.
Like Kurt Warner and Eli.
Kurt Warner and Eli, perfect example. Exactly. Like if you maybe, because when you look at the quarterback, the free agency list this year, it ain't impressive.
Kirk Cousins probably the best nigga, and that says a lot.
Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, and then like the list after that is like
it just falls off. Yeah, it's
whoever. It's whoever out there. You know what I mean? So Drew Lock is a free agent as well. So I mean, you know, I don't know.
What about how would you feel?
You about to say some bullshit? I know you about to say some. I know you, bro. I've been knowing you for a long time. I know you about to say some bullshit.
It ain't really like complete bullshit, but like I've heard it before, so I wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
How would you feel about Aaron Rodgers being our next quarterback as a bridge?
Yeah, that's the no.
Why you say that? But you would take Justin Fields.
Because Aaron Rodgers is not only a dickhead on the field, he's a dickhead off the field.
Maybe we need that, bro.
At least with Justin Fields, you ain't gonna really hear too much from him. He gonna go out there and hoop. He was hooping for the Steelers. He was hooping.
That nigga was leading hella field goal drives, bro.
But listen, how many field goal drives we had? None, damn near. Like we was out there getting smoked, like walked up and down that field.
I mean, I'm just saying, like
he did his thing. Let me say that he did what he needed to do. Let me say that until Russell Wilson took over that job, he did what he needed to do. He's a big part of that.
He kept him stable.
He kept him stable. That's all we need.
I'm
we
looking for a little bit more than stability, bro. Like I think Aaron Rodgers could lead a little. I ain't gonna say like a Super Bowl run or no shit like that, but like we could be in like playoff contention, bro. If we
with Aaron Rodgers. Do you think the Jets had a better roster than us this season?
I'm saying, like, depending on how the offseason go. I don't know what's going to go on, all the ins and outs of the offseason and shit. Like, so I don't know who we signing. I don't know who we drafting.
He might be done, bro. He might be, but I don't know. His ego is too much for him to just quit football after a year like that. So who knows, bro? He could absolutely. If you're asking me, could I be talked into Aaron Rodgers? If I woke up tomorrow and Aaron Rodgers was on our team, could I be talked into it? Yes. Do I want it? No. But could I be talked into it if it happens? Yes, absolutely. Because
maybe we need somebody like Aaron Rodgers to kick these niggas in the ass, man, to get them. I don't know, bro. Like,
I mean, I'm not necessarily. I don't want this to sound like I'm lobbying for him, but I'm not necessarily mad at his presence for a football team. Like that's not a guy I'm gonna go get a beer with. But for a football team, I'm you know, I can see what you're saying with that, you know, and then he don't really have to change too much, you know, scenery wise. Like he could just flip the locker room and he's right over there. So I wouldn't be.
And for the record, I'm not lobbying for the nigga either.
Yeah, no, not at all, for sure.
Yeah.
But if it was to happen, it would probably be the best case scenario because he's not only somebody who sat behind a vet when he came in, but he had Jordan Love sit behind him, and I think he kept in touch with Jordan Love, after he left, and they, sending him words of encouragement and shit like that or whatever. So
He keep in
maybe
touch
in
with
that role,
he keep in
he
touch
could
with Zach
be
Wilson.
useful.
I'm just asking. Did he keep in touch with Zach Wilson?
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know.
They
I
threw
don't
that
think he
nigga.
loved the Jets the way he loved the Packers, so I don't know
Good
about
point.
that.
Good
You know what I'm
point.
saying? But I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at that. So, like to answer the question, if Aaron Rodgers is on the table, okay, because we're not looking at him as like our franchise quarterback. We're
Right.
looking at him as a gap between, okay, you got, we're gonna assume we got Shador coming in there. You can learn from him. You already been learning under Brady.
Right.
Now you got another guy you can learn from, and it's it's cool. So,
right.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I
Yeah,
ain't tripping on that.
I ain't really. I mean, I'm really open to anything. Pause, bro. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
niggas got to do something. Like
That's
something.
where we are now, though. You see that where it's like whatever happens is like whatever. That's where we are now, and it's sad.
And
It's
I do
sad.
think we'll end up with Shador, bro. I really do. And I like Shador. I don't want nobody. I don't want this to come off like I don't like the nigga, bro. Like I like Shador. Like
I know you, man.
personality.
I know you, dog.
I'm just saying, like personality wise, I fuck with him. I think he's accurate. I think he could be a good leader. I think all of that shit is true, bro. But like,
you just like Cam better. That's all. I know.
I like
Any
Cam
other
better.
draft, if this was last year's draft or next year's draft and Cam Ward wasn't in it, Shador would be the runaway favorite.
The only thing that bothers me about Shador, bro, is this nigga's pocket presence, like his decision making in the pot. Like,
but do you
the
think
nigga
that could be
takes
taught
20
though and
yards.
coached up?
It could. It depends on what kind of offense he's in. Like, I could see Shador Sanders in like a West Coast style type of offense where he's getting the ball out fast and shit like that. But like asking him to drop back all these times a game, bro, that's where I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't know, bro, because he takes horrible sacks, bro. Like he does this shit routinely. Like,
yeah,
you should never lose 20 yards on a sack. That shit should never happen.
Yeah,
Why
he definitely don't like throwing the ball away. You know who
he
else
never
didn't like
breaks
throwing the ball
pocket.
away?
He never breaks the pocket, bro.
You know who else didn't like throwing the ball away?
Who?
Eli Manning.
No.
I'm not comparing him. I'm not comparing him.
Okay. No.
I'm not comparing anybody to Eli Manning. I'm not. I'm just
Yo.
saying that it can get done with a quarterback that has bad habits, like habits that you would be like, come on, man.
Eli definitely had bad habits.
Yeah, bad habits, man.
But you knew when the game on the line, like niggas
he gonna step. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But Shador, bro, I've seen this nigga too many times take 20-yard sacks, bro. Like he does this shit. Like with Cam, like they say they have the same problem, right? Like that's the narrative, right?
They don't.
They both hold on to the ball too long. The difference is Cam Ward will either break the pocket or step up into it and then take off. You know what I'm saying?
But another difference
will drop back and fucking just keep going back, like in the pocket.
Another difference is like Shador is holding on to the ball for a different reason than Cam. Cam ain't got the weapons that Shador had. And Shador did have weapons. Like he had weapons on that offense. He had very good receivers on that offense. Cam had Restrepo. Yeah. And then anybody else who just felt like playing that day was like, whatever. And that defense was horrible.
Horrible, bro.
We've been texting during Miami games to where we was like, that defense is bad. And then they go out there and give up a long touchdown and we like, see?
And then we know, like every week, Cam got to put up 40. Like if he don't put up 40, niggas is losing, bro.
By himself, yeah. So like he's holding on to the ball damn near because his receivers can't get open, and he's like, damn, what do I do? Shador holding on to the ball because he's like, oh shit, like what's the
and like I said, there's a difference between a nigga like scrambling, breaking the pocket. Like Shador don't do that. Like he'll drop back and run back. The nigga will take off running backwards, bro, and try to escape the rush coming straight up the middle. You're gonna lose 25 yards in the drive
every time, bro. Because the defenders ain't going to stop and be like, hey, come back up here. Like, they're going to chase you out the end zone, out the back end zone.
And that's at the college level. Nigga, we talking about niggas who faster. Like, bro, you cannot do that, bro.
Yeah, we going against Michael Parsons and, you know what I mean, all these type of niggas every week, bro. You can't – it's no way, bro.
You can't do that
like,
shit, bro.
Nah.
And that's why
I think Shador would be good. But, so what type of pro do you think that these guys will be, right? Because there's a lot of talk about, every time the draft comes around, you make comparisons. This guy's pro comp is this guy's pro comp is that, whatever. Like when you look at Cam, you don't necessarily have to put a name on it, but like when you look at Cam and Shador, what level do you think these guys will be at the pro level?
I'm gonna put a name on Cam, and I know niggas gonna look at me like I'm absolutely fucking crazy, bro. Niggas gonna be like, "How dare you? How fucking dare you say this about this nigga that we never seen play in the NFL?" But I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro, and I'm gonna tell you why I say this shit. His comp to his I'm gonna just say
This is about to
not
be
his comp.
crazy.
His ceiling is Patrick Mahomes, bro.
Oh man.
And I say that, but bear with me, bro. Bear with me. Like certain players, like when I watch them, right? And I like to think of myself as a good talent evaluator of quarterbacks, bro. Like
Okay.
I've been watching this shit my entire life, bro. Cam Ward has a calm to him, like under pressure. And I don't necessarily mean under like rushing pressure. I just mean like
Yeah.
game pressure.
Yeah.
Like he has that shit. Like at the end of the game, I feel like this nigga's gonna come through. Like I feel like
I'm
regardless
not
of
mad
what
at
he
that.
has to do, he's gonna make it happen. He's a playmaker. He's improvisational. The nigga gonna break the pocket. He ain't gonna take off running initially. He gonna survey the field, and then if nothing there, he gonna do whatever he gonna do. Same traits. He has literally the same traits as Patrick Mahomes. Now, I don't think his arm is as strong, of course, as Patrick Mahomes, but that's kind of like nitpicking at that point. Like
Yeah, for sure.
you don't
For
need a
sure.
fucking bazooka on your shoulder.
Because he does have a strong arm.
He does.
But
He
it's
does.
levels to that. So I get
Right.
that. Yeah.
So that's why I say his comp is Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not mad at that.
It's like a security thing, bro. Like I feel like when this nigga's under center, bro, like I feel secure. Like, oh, we're gonna get this dub.
We
Even
always
if we
got a
don't.
chance to win. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
So I think, him and Shador, I don't know what his comp is, but I do think he could have a good career depending on where he goes. I think his fit, just like 95% of other quarterbacks, is going to determine his career.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I think I got the same kind of grade on both of them. Like I think Cam, no matter where he goes, he's gonna be Cam.
Yeah.
But I think with Shador, like if you put him in the wrong situation,
it could blow
it's
up.
Gonna highlight a lot of his negatives instead of the positives. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the Cam shit is just crazy to me, man, because we had him, dog.
Yeah.
We had him.
I think Shador will work out with us, bro, but we still need to fortify that O-line, bro. Like, cause
do you see any situation where we could still get Cam? And I'm not talking about staying at 3. I'm saying like
we got to give
period.
up a lot. We got to give up a lot, bro.
Too much, right? That's how I feel. I feel like at this point, because we had the number 1 pick sold up 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever, it would be too much right now. Like because we would have got Cam and then still use the rest of our draft capital to build the team up and get better. So
So what would be too much for you?
All our picks.
All of them? You think they would want all
for the number 1 pick? They're gonna want a ransom for that pick, bro. Like they're gonna want. They're gonna want our 3rd pick.
Right.
They're gonna at least want our 2nd, at least.
Okay. So what about after that?
Then that mean that we only got the 3rd round to build. Or not only the 3rd, because we still got more picks after that. But the prime real estate that we have in this draft is 3 picks in the top 65, and that's what I'm banking on this offseason is our draft capital. Like if we could have took Cam at 1 and still kept our other picks, then like that's a perfect draft for me.
Right.
Now it's like if we got to give up anything else, it's just not. I don't know, bro.
If I tell you we get rid of the 3rd pick, the 2nd round pick, and the future first, like which is like probably next year.
I'm doing it.
You'll do it?
I'm doing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm doing that.
I agree.
I'm doing that.
So then it ain't too much then.
I mean, no, I'm saying that like this is us talking about
where we were at.
For where we was at. Yeah, like and again, I'm only talking about based on where we were. If we didn't have a chance to get the number 1 pick, give up everything because you didn't have a chance anyway. But the fact that we not even had a chance at it, we had the number 1 pick sewn up, and now we would have to give up. Now to me, it's gonna be too much because we already had it.
Yeah,
like we already had this shit, bro. It'd be like if you gave away something at a garage sale for like $5, and then you found out that shit was worth $10 million.
That's exactly
how you gonna get that back?
It's exactly what it is.
You got to give up everything to get that shit back. Now. Yeah, what'd he say? Yeah, exactly. So that's my only problem with like trading up to number 1. Number 2, I don't think would be that crazy to trade up to. I think we would probably only just have to swap picks.
And then it's shit, man.
I think we could swap picks and get away with that. Like we can probably get up to number 2 by just simply, can we get the number 2? Y'all take the number 3.
And then take Evan Neal just because, like, get that nigga out of here. I meant to tell you this shit the other day, bro. I worked with a nigga, one of the managers and shit. the nigga was like, you know Evan Neal? I was like, man, that nigga trash. Like before I could even like I said that shit so fast before the nigga said, yeah, I knew him since he was a little boy and shit. Like,
yeah.
so I'm like, oh shit, like he noticed nigga.
I mean,
so I was like, you know what, man? If they put him at guard, maybe the nigga will be better.
try to clean it up. You try to clean it up, man.
Yo, before I knew it, I said, yo, nigga trash, bro. Nigga said, yeah, I knew him since he's a little boy. All right, yeah. He trashed it at left tackle. I mean, right tackle, but like if they put the nigga at right guard, you know, maybe he'd be straight.
Yeah, maybe,
bro.
man. Maybe he gotta have a talent, man. You know what I'm saying?
I do believe
he's a good kid.
He a good kid and all
He a good kid, man. He gotta have a talent, man. You know what that mean?
Whatever nigga say half a talent.
You gotta have a talent, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can send him right now. But yeah, I don't know, dog. It's gonna be tough, man. So Giants fans, if you listening to this shit, brace yourself and don't expect too much. Just don't expect too much because anything that happens is gonna be a bonus for you now. You know what I'm saying? If you go into this shit expecting the world, got news for you.
Get your heart broke, nigga.
Yeah.
And like Stephen A said about the Cowboys, it's Giants, same shit apply to them. Like whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. Like it's that type of franchise at this point. So
I agree. I
came to terms with it, but it don't make this shit no easier, bro. Now
we'll see, man.
You still a Giants fan and all that? I'm like, yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Bills Mafia looking enticing, bro.
She said Bills Mafia. You chill, man.
I had texted me the other day, I'm Bills Mafia.
No, you definitely said Bills Mafia, and I'm like, damn, bro, like that don't look too bad right now. I'm gonna be real with you, like, all right, Josh Allen and all that, Keon Coleman, you know what I'm saying? Man. The colors the same. We ain't got to do too much with the colors.
Bro. And Josh Allen, my favorite quarterback in the league, bro. Like I just fuck with Josh Allen's game, bro.
So y'all hear this, right? This is the soft launch to him really joining Bills Mafia. So when you join it, you're gonna be like, oh, he did say Josh was his favorite quarterback, so it makes sense. Like,
I mean, he is, bro. He just like that guy I like watching play the position.
No, he's a dog. Yeah, Josh Allen is a dog. He is.
But yeah, but the Giants is that one team, bro. Like how I did the Kings, I could never do that to the Giants, bro.
I couldn't either.
I was born a Giants fan. I wasn't.
I dropped the Bulls. Like I'm done with the Bulls. I wipe my hands of the Bulls. I wash my hands of them. I'm done with it. Yeah, I wash my hands of them. I haven't watched the Bulls game or cared about Bulls news in like a year, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just haven't cared. Like, oh, Zach LaVine did it. I don't care, bro. So what? Like, damn, it is what it is. And the only reason, and I'll give you the history real quick. Like for those who don't know, like I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, love my city, love it. But when I had a picture of me with the Jordan Jammer rim. I know some of y'all too young to understand that, but Jordan Jammer rim, I'm doing a left-hand layup on that thing like this early. You know what I'm saying? Love Michael Jordan. I got Space Jam. Used to watch the Bulls games and all that. Like,
bro.
It's just
I was a Bulls fan in the 90s, bro.
Right. And so I just kept that going. When I got old, it was just like, it's just the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I never was crazy about like the Pistons. The Lions, we ain't even got to talk about that. Like, they was terrible my whole life. Like, we don't talk about that. They just got good.
Right.
Shout out to them too, because I'm glad that the city is happy about that and all that. Like I'm happy, but the Bulls just always been my team. But recently I'm just like, yo, bro, why? Like why? Why am I still down with them? I might as well just go back home and take it back to the soil with it. I might as well just be a Pistons fan. I might as well just root for the home team if that's the case. Because
you had the same epiphany I had about the Sacramento.
Yeah,
I held in for like 20 years. Like yo, like
a long time. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I met you and you said a Kings fan,
bro,
I was like, yo, this dude is different.
I'm going through it. I'm already going through. You already know what it was.
Yo.
Like, and it don't matter at what point you met me, because you knew I was going, unless you met me in like 02.
Yeah.
Like nigga was going through it, bro, since like 04, 05 on, bro. Like niggas
I was
had
like,
damn, playoffs since I was like 19 type shit.
That niggas had Chuck Hayes and all that, man. Francisco Garcia. Garcia, he was nice. He was all right though. Kevin Martin, he was nice.
In spots, he
was. Yeah, moments. JJ Hickson and all that. Y'all had some. Yeah,
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin.
Yeah, bro. Like I went through it all them eras, bro. Like Tyreek, even Tyreek Evans.
Tough. Tyreek, yep, that's a fact.
He fooled
Isaiah Thomas was over there.
I thought we was on the way back when Tyreek Evans came in. I was like, okay, we moving. Then Boogie came in. I was like, okay, cool. Like then
you got something clicking here.
Shit never really materialized, bro. Like, I was like, and then I'm a Ja Morant fan naturally at Murray State. I'm like, yo, this my man's. I'm trying to fuck with the Kings, but I know my man's coming to the league, bro.
So you see what I'm saying now, right? Well, I just told y'all about the Josh Allen shot. I just said this. He's soft launching it. So if the Giants don't get this shit right this year, do not be surprised if this turned into a Bills. I just told y'all.
I couldn't.
He like, yo, that's my man anyway. So this is how he does it. I've been knowing this guy for a minute, man. This is how he do it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna plant the seed early. Yo, Josh Allen, I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's my dog. So if the Giants don't hit on this quarterback this year, you're gonna see the same colors, but it's gonna be the Bills next time. It ain't gonna be the Giants.
I couldn't
It's
do
gonna
it.
still be red, white, and blue.
I ain't gonna hold you. I couldn't do it to the Giants, bro.
I can't do it to the. I can't do it, bro. I can't.
This shit
I'm way too
this shit
deep
rooted so deep. Yeah, bro. Like I grew
can't
up.
do it.
Okay, just quick question, like before we even wrap it up. How did you become a Giants fan growing up in Detroit?
So when I was younger, I was a fan of a certain type of quarterback, right? Since I got into football. My first favorite quarterback was Brett Favre. Before I knew all of the off the field shit, like I knew he's a sucker.
His scumbag ass nigga.
Yeah, absolutely. So like it was Brett Favre, and then it was Kurt Warner, right? I was watching the Rams, Isaac Bruce,
on turf.
Zahir Hakeem, Torrey Holt, Marshall Faulk, all of them. What's my man on defense? Laurinaitis, all of them.
James
Like
Laurinaitis.
you know what I'm saying? Love the Rams, right? Love the way Kurt Warner played football. When they won, I was like, yo, he's him. Like, he's him. I feel like I was a kid. Like, yo, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner gets to the Giants. Now, around that time, I'm watching Eli Manning, right? I'm watching him in college. I'm hearing everybody talk about, yo, he not gonna be his brother, this, that, and the third, whatever.
So are you saying Eli rookie year is your rookie year?
No. It wasn't. It's not necessarily my rookie year. Because I already was like that's when I got into football like all the way. Because I was basketball. I'm like most of my childhood. Kurt Warner changed the way I like watched football. Like I just wanted to fuck with like whatever Kurt Warner was doing. You know what I'm saying? So that was my guy. And when he got over there, I think I just fully was like, you know what? I'm gonna just rock out and just see what's up. So I guess maybe in a way that was maybe it was my rookie year, maybe. But before that, it was Tiki Barber. Like Tiki Barber was somebody who I watched when I was like younger than that, and I was just like, "Yo, whatever team that is, this is who I'm fucking with." You know what I'm saying? So that was my first introduction to the Giants. Was that like that's when it first grabbed on a piece of the heartstring. When Kurt Warner got over there, and it was the Eli shit. I think that's when I fully was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm just going all the way with it. Fuck it. Like this is what it is now." You know what I'm saying?
I go back to the 90s, nigga. Like when I became a Giants fan, like niggas was terrible. Yeah. I'm talking about Dave Brown, Chris Callaway,
said Dave Brown,
Thomas Lewis, motherfucking Felipe Sparks, all them niggas that was on the Giants in the like mid 90s shit. Like, that's when I became like heart and soul. Like, this is my fucking squad. But we were terrible though, bro. Like, we didn't even start seeing real success till like 99 when Kerry came in. We went from fucking Dave Brown to Danny Cannell to Kent Graham.
That's a damn name right there.
And Kent Graham to Kerry Collins. That's why I always give Kerry Collins like the shine, bro, because he the one that like stabilized the franchise before Eli came. Like the nigga, he took us to a Super Bowl, even though we got fucking smoked. I'm glad you didn't get to experience that shit as a Giants fan.
Destroyed, bro.
We got like, bro. I was so sad that I'd never forget it, bro. Like at halftime, I knew we was cooked, bro. Like we was down by like fucking 30 at halftime. I was like, yo, yeah, like,
this can't be life.
Yeah, I'm like 14, like nigga. That shit was saddening, bro. We ran back a kickoff, then them niggas ran back the next kick. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I think mainly what it was though was like it just football wasn't my sport when I was younger like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I liked it, I like watching it, but basketball was my that was it for me. That shit was 1A and 1B. Like that's just what it was for me. So when I finally did,
you came in at a good time. You came in at a good fucking time, bro.
Yeah, when I finally did, because like I said, I saw Tiki Barber, and I was like, yo, that motherfucker is different. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew like, yo, the Giants is, you know what I mean? Like I would fuck with them because I had no rooting interest. Like when I was a kid, I was just like rooting for quarterback, rooting for players, basically rooting for Brett Favre, rooting for Kurt Warner. And then I got a little bit older. Bro. Yeah, I got a little bit older, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking with football now. Like I'm all the way NFL. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
I remember some bad losses, bro. Like 97 playoffs against the Vikings. I remember that shit. Like niggas. Oh my god. I remember 2002 with the 49ers. Niggas choked that 20-something point lead away with Jeremy Shockey, bro.
Jeremy Shockey, he was different.
Dog,
Jeremy Shockey was different.
Dog.
I had his jersey.
Me too.
I had that Jeremy Shockey, bro. He was different.
Dog. Yo, that white
man, that's what we need some attitude on this fucking team, man.
I was watching a highlight video of him the other day, bro. I was like, damn, I missed this kind of football, bro.
Yeah, we ain't had that kind of football in a very long time, dog. Like it's been a minute. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hopefully
We'll
he
see
on the way
though.
back. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully we on the way back.
I'm just gonna put it in my mind right now that we're gonna end up with Shador, just so we ain't got to worry about this. You know who we gonna take in number 3. So I'm gonna just put it in my mind right now. We gonna so right now. Final prediction for that number 3 pick today. Let's talk about that right now. What's your final prediction? Who do we end up with at number 3? Like, who do you seriously think that we end up with at number 3?
I honestly think it's gonna be Shador.
Okay,
I really do. I really like. I just because of the prime factor, bro. I just don't think. I don't think he want that nigga in Cleveland. That's a dog. As bad as we are, I think that franchise is worse.
No, they're way worse. You don't even got to guess about. They're
then,
way worse.
The New York market, the media, and all. I think that's more. Yeah. That's more. For his brand and shit. Like,
yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say we gonna get Shador. I'm ordering that jersey day one.
Yeah, I might have to cop that day one too.
Yeah.
And one last thing, bro. I think it's so fucked up. I remember last year when the schedule came out and we knew that the Giants were coming to Atlanta, bro. We was excited as shit.
We were.
To go to the game. Like, yo, niggas is going to the game, bro. The niggas coming back to town. Nigga, by week 3, I was like, get them tickets, though.
Bro, listen, we was talking, and then DeMarcus, who used to work over there in same department and shit. I was talking to him too, and I was like, yo, we can all just link up, go to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's in December. He was like, yeah, bet, hit me up. So I was, texting you, yo, let me know when you want to get those tickets. Couple games into the season, bro, we stopped even talking about that shit. It was like, hey,
yeah, bro,
forget that shit even happened, bro. Like, I'm not going out there. You crazy?
Well, and then at that point of the season, I'm going to root for them niggas to lose. I'm not about to go.
Yeah, that was the main thing. Like, I'm not pulling up with my Giant shit on. Like, yeah, and I know I want them to lose, and they got smoked too. So, yeah, nah, that was disaster avoid. But they play the Lions next season. I think I'm gonna try to go back home to see that game. I'm gonna go back home and watch that game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
depending on who the quarterback is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's gonna depend, bro. I ain't even gonna make no more plans until
if Kirk Cousins is our quarterback or some shit like that. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Yeah, fuck all that. I'm
gonna stay right where I'm at. But we'll see. If Shador there, it'll be worth watching.
We're gonna do we got to do another video, man, another check-in and shit. Like,
absolutely,
go down and all that. Like,
absolutely, yeah, no, absolutely, we got to.
So yeah, man. As always, man, niggas bring it to you. You know what I mean? Pause. Fly Free Sports. Man, Giant shit, man. Giant shit. I'm never hopping off, pause, ever, bro. Like, it's in my veins, it's in my blood.
Yeah, it's gonna be Giants forever, man. That's just what it is. You ain't gonna catch me out here waving no other flag other than the Giants. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Ain't happening, bro. I fuck with Josh Allen, but nah, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do it. As much as I like other players or other teams and shit like that, like Patrick Mahomes, love Pat. I could never ever.
A Chiefs fan. Nigga show up with a Chiefs jersey on.
I was in a barbershop the other day and I was talking to my barber and he was like, I'm from Detroit. He was like, yo, you a Lions fan? And I kept it real with him. I said, nah. So I've never been a Lions fan, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I'm a Giants fan. He was like, you know what? I respect that. He said, because there's a lot of people that can't wait to jump on the bandwagon because they're doing good. I said, I could never, bro. I wouldn't even be able to sleep right. Couldn't do it.
That should be the bandwagon rule. If you're gonna jump on a bandwagon, it can't be like a team that's a fucking Super Bowl contender. Like, come on, bro. Like,
can't be. And if you're going to root for a team that's just as bad as your team, stay where you at.
Right.
You've been there. Shit, why not?
There you have it.
This is what it is, man.
Like, share, motherfucking subscribe, man. Fly Free Sports. We out here. Giant shit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We out.